Welcome to this final episode of this campaign of Bardic Quest. The time has come. Our heroes are finally in the lair of the hag, looking to liberate Johann's soul. But what awaits them when they enter the hag's inner sanctum? So without further ado, let's get into this very special episode of Bardic Quest. You descend down the stairs then, with the light of the hammer and the protection of Marvellous's shield, as you descend this long staircase, which curves around, spirals down into the depths of the earth, so to speak. As you are moving down these steps, eventually you start to see the sign of like a sickly green light pouring out from a doorway as you descend. You can hear distant voices chanting, much like what you heard as you were venturing outside the tree. That same sort of chanting that you could hear is now all the louder as you continue to descend the stairs. Is there anything anybody would like to do whilst you are on the stairs here?
Can you hear that?
Aye.
Can we see into this area at all?
At this point, you're still on the stairs, but if you wanted to descend further down to get a look into the room, you could do.
Are we able to see, because obviously it's dark where we are, are we able to see down the stairs whether there is any light in the space below?
As in light on the stairs? Or?
Yeah, is there any source of light coming from where we're heading down to? I'm just trying to work out.
So there's green light coming from a doorway, seemingly at the bottom of the stairs. The only other light here is the light that you've brought with you.
I will turn Lightbringer off.
Okay.
I'll follow... I'll cast light on one of my rings.
Okay.
And palm it with my shield, so I can quickly open it and illuminate.
Nice.
If I wish.
Yes, nice. Okay. Are you keeping it out for now or covering it?
It's covered for now.
Okay.
And I'll turn to Sergei and say, is it worth anyone going invisible again? Do you have it in the tank still?
I've got a little bit in the tank, but if I use that, I'm limited to only really one final push.
Okay. You use it where you think it best, friend.
I will do. Would you like me to play intimidating music as we decline this?
No, that is the worst idea.
No.
Let's put a pin in that one for now.
Okay.
We'll do a victory song later.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that, yes.
Let's not keep her waiting then.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Whatever happens, it's been an honor.
Truly.
It's been an honor.
Let's do this.
So you descend down the stairs. As you get a glimpse of the room beyond the door from which the green light is coming out, you can see this long room, which is made up mostly of like a central sort of platform that stretches all the way across. And it is flanked by these two sort of channels on either side of the room, which look to be the source of this eerie, sickly green light. Suspended above each channel hangs a cage. So there's two cages. Inside each one appears to be a terrified young woman just clinging to the bars. At the far end, kind of fused into the roots of the tree, it would seem, is a twisted skeleton. But this is huge in size. It is certainly no human skeleton, just simply by its sheer size. Beneath it, there is like a dais that rises, supporting a lectern. And behind the lectern, you can see this haggard-looking woman with jet black hair and almost like a purple tinge to her skin. She looks old and decrepit. She's got horns just protruding from the front of her head. She seems to, as you're kind of looking in, be reading aloud, which seems to be the source of the chanting that you could hear. And then she glances up from her book, and her lips kind of curl into what seems to be a knowing smile. And she says, "Oh, come in, come in. You've taken your time, haven't you? Come on in."
Thoric steps in warily.
Saga follows.
I mutter to Sergei, "Stay by me." And I step forwards with my shield.
I will, and then I'll mutter back as I'm stepping forward. Should we tell her pastries are done?
Oh dear, oh dear.
That's one way to break the tension.
As you step into the room, there is essentially about 70 feet from the doorway to this purpley skinned woman.
That feels important.
The two women, the young women in the cages, kind of shake at the bars of their cages, and they say, "Help us! Please, help us!" And the woman goes, "Quiet, girls!"
Saga glances at the women, and her expression gets even harder.
Looking at these two pleading, how far away are they?
They're about halfway up the room, but they are kind of over these channels that flank the platform. So they're about 35, 40 feet from your current position.
I would like to use my divine sense, please.
Okay.
To detect any fiends, undead, celestials within 60 feet, plus any. I like to step forward as I do it as well, just to get the hag and her immediate surroundings within that as well, and then also anything that's desecrated or consecrated. That's with the Hallow spell.
I'd also like to close the distance a little bit, just kind of
just casually, just like
yeah, staying together but closing the distance.
Just a casual shield wall. Just...
So your divine sense, Marvelous, picks up only one creature. The hag, as you call her, is a fiend.
Cool. Not necessarily trickery. Not definitely trickery. The ladies in the cages. It's like I say to these, fear not. We're going to help. He says unconvincingly.
The hag, she says, "Oh, you didn't half take your time. I was hoping you'd be here a bit quicker."
We're not here for an idle chat or to play games.
Oh, no, that's right. You'll be here to see to your little friend. And she just, you could see she's got like a satchel over her shoulder, and she just taps the bag that is on her hip.
You certainly laid out the welcome wagon for us.
What do you mean?
You have a bug infestation, but we fixed it.
Oh, thank you very much. Very
That and the
kind.
ghouls you've had haunting our steps.
Oh, yeah. They're fun, aren't they?
Can't say I'm a fan, personally.
Oh, no. Still.
Right.
Did you want any of my pastries? I think they might be done.
Oh, nudge Marvelous. Go, see, I said they were done.
Yes, very good.
Haven't had much of an appetite.
Oh.
Can we just get to the point?
Oh, yes, please, if you must.
Diminish. Leave this place. Go to some far-flung place at the end of the earths. Break your power, leave the book, free the souls of Johann and any other poor creature that you've taken.
Mm-hmm.
And we might consider allowing you to eke out whatever pitiful existence you can for the rest of your days.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Dwarf Man, but I think you'll find you've come to me, not the other way round. So why don't you leave? Oh, no, but you won't, will you? Because you need your little friend. And she pats the bag again. It seems to me like I'm the one holding all of the cards.
Not if you're dead. Okay?
You are funny. Very funny. So, you said you wanted to get down to business. So, what do you want?
You know exactly what we want.
I do. I know I do. So what are you going to give me for it?
I think I made our terms clear. We'll allow you to go and scratch a living. Stay here if you must, but whatever you're trying to do, bringing back Caro, is it? That
You're
ends.
a little bit smarter than I thought. Because I was hearing that you thought that I was Caro. Which I thought was really funny.
Sorry,
Smart cookie.
He is a smart cookie. And believe me, that is the best offer you will ever receive.
Oh. Why don't you give me an intimidation check with advantage for the assist from Thoric?
Why do I low-key love this hag?
that is not the voice I was expecting you to do.
It's a
Huge fan.
disconcerting, isn't it? Okay, well, with my what's my intimidation? Oh, that seems off. That is a 21 still, but that, yeah, I'm just looking at my numbers and they seem a bit.
We win. End of campaign. Bosh.
Yep. Bye.
A 21, you say?
Yes.
She says, you'll have to use a little bit more than words if you're going to flex with me, boy.
Saga takes out a crossbow and aims it at her.
Oh.
Since you've been spying on us, you know me, and you know exactly what I'll do. So I'll give you exactly 10 seconds, okay?
But if you kill me, you might not get your precious Johann back.
We have a god on our side. We'll find a way.
Oh, you've got a god on your side. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I am so terrified, but could it be that I have dark powers on my side too?
They've seemed pretty ineffective, and she what's the word? Click. Whatever the verb is, loads the crossbow. There we go. That's the word. Notches. Thank you. Brain fart at the worst.
I'm not really hearing a compelling offer from any of you, though. You've come here asking
Oh, so you want to be dead? I can really help you.
You'd have to try.
Give us what we
really
came
hard for that girl.
I'd like to get a little bit closer.
Okay.
And I say, so as I walk forward, I say, look, I am oathed to believe that anyone is redeemable. I fear I may be wasting my breath with you, and I get another 10 feet closer. But why don't you tell us what you want?
You see, a little bit of politeness goes a long way, doesn't it?
Oh, you are really testing my patience.
That's
She walks to be side by side.
The line,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
The line. Hold the line.
The line advances.
We also move on. I kind of almost feign kind of like holding Saga back. I'm not putting any pressure on the hand. I'm just kind of like.
Oh yeah, she's
using that as
angry.
Where are you at this point, Sergey? Because everybody else seems to have advanced.
I was advancing sort of with them, but I'm still remaining at the back.
All right.
You can actually hide behind me, can't you? Because you're dinky.
I was gonna say.
Just
While this conversation is happening, can I just casually scan the room for things on the ceiling, ghouls hiding in crevices, that sort of ilk?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Would love to, darling. Perception. Disgrace. That's a 15.
You can't see any sign of anything hiding anywhere. Nothing kind of on your profiterole vision, as you put it earlier.
Are we? So if we're now more or less in the centre, how large is this? Is it a fairly circular space?
No, it's a long space.
Long. Okay, so
long
it's
space,
about
yeah.
70. You said it was like 70 feet.
Yeah, from the door to her. Yeah, there's a little bit of space behind her, and then you've got that kind of skeletal remains.
Yeah.
In the roots of the tree.
And how wide is this?
So the platform that you're on is about 20 foot wide. Then you've got about 10 these channels of green light down the side. They're about 10 feet from that to the wall. So you've got basically 20 feet to play with.
This platform that we're on.
Yes.
Is all of the ground beneath us platform, or is it?
So it's more. I use the term platform. It's more like solid ground with channels going beneath.
That's more encouraging.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I keep moving until we were about 30. I'd keep moving forward until we're about 30 feet. I'd stop. I'd stop there and I'd say, "What is it that you want? Please tell us. You say you want an offer. You want a better offer, other than what I think is very generous clemency. What do you want? You bargain. That's what you do, isn't it?"
Why don't you give me a persuasion check?
That I'm slightly.
Could I also have a quick glance at these green light channels?
Yes.
And see if I can discern what they are.
Sure. Give me a Arcana check.
18.
18. They seem to be, from what you can tell, a form of necrotic magic that is used to siphon the life force out of people.
Where are those? Sorry.
That's the green light from the channels either side of the platform that you're on.
Ooh.
Are these cages that the two women are in? Are they over these
They're
channels?
over the channel, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I got, by the way, it's a 16 for a total of 22 on the persuasion.
Okay, nice. So she looks at you and she says, well, obviously, I can't give him to you without something in return. So, I was thinking perhaps, I don't know, your most favourite memories of him, perhaps? Or even better, all of your memories of him.
Before I take a glance at Saga and I say, he and I go years back, and he best man at my wedding, but very well. If it will bring, if it will bring him back, I will sacrifice that.
Give me a deception check.
Not as good. Oh no, it's 18. 18.
She looks to you and she says, fibbing's not very nice, you know.
I look at it. I look at her and go, well, yes, I did stoop into the gutter, but you live there. And I draw. I just turn light. It doesn't do anything. But I turn Lightbringer on.
She giggles, clearly not too intimidated by your little
My flashlight.
Yeah. So how about it then, Johann, for your memories of him? I think that's fair enough, don't you?
Sergei's going to step forward. Kind of, excuse me, push his way right up to Marvelous. We've not had the pleasure yet. My name is Sergei Petrovic. Johann was my friend. I've spent countless hours thinking about how I would decapitate those who wronged Johann. And now that I stand face to face with you, all I see is a horned worm cowering behind a lectern. Johann is far more than you ever were. You are the dirt under Johann's shoes that he leaves uncleaned for years.
Oh, thanks!
You're welcome. You will not take the memory of Johann from us. I'm afraid, though, your haggish days end here. I would like to introduce you to my other friend. This is Stephen. Stephen will soon take your head from your head. Shoulders. And I will prepare to fight.
Yeah.
She waves at Stephen. Thoric.
I just don't seem to be getting anywhere. Or are you
Just
about
give
to
me the word.
Are you about to lay some sort of hot knowledge on me, Wayne?
There is an offer on the table. Johann's soul for your memories of him.
We
You're
could
nothing but-
never trust your deal.
Exactly. Your words are poison. You've already taken everything from Johann. I would never trust you. Not for all the gold and silver on this earth.
She leans forward And she, rather than looking at you, Thoric, she looks to Saga as she asks this question. And she says, "Is that a no, then?"
As while this is going on, I'm going to just lean in to Sergey, and I'm going to remove one of the two platinum rings that I got, and I'm going to hand it to him, and I say, "Put this on."
I'll slide it on behind my back.
And I'm going to cast Warding Bond.
Oh, well done.
What components does that require?
That's the rings.
Yeah.
We must wear it for the duration, and it is vocal, somatic, and material.
So you're going to have to visibly cast a
Yeah,
spell
visibly.
according-
Yeah, so he puts it behind his back, but there's like a glow.
So
Can I prepare an action?
Yeah.
Well, as this is being cast, she raises a finger and just kind of wiggles her finger at. She goes, "Ah ah ah! No cheating now."
Oh, all you do is cheat. If we gave you our memories of him, you wouldn't give him back. And I've wanted to kill you since the very first time Johann even spoke about you. And the only reason I haven't yet is respect for my fellow party members. So,
Is it a no, then?
no.
Oh, sorry, you'll need to clear that up. Is that a no? As in, no, it's not a no, or no, as in, yes, it's a no?
She shoots at her. She's having enough.
Let's roll some initiative then.
Does Saga get the shot in?
We go.
Surely
I-
Saga deserves the
No,
shot.
it's not surprise. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Let me just double check what Warding Bond. Does Warding Bond?
Yeah, so Warding Bond, all you need to know is that while you stay within 60 feet of me, you get +1 bonus to AC and saving throws. That stacks with being if you're within 30 feet with the thing as well. You also have resistance to all damage. However, any damage you take, I also take.
Ooh.
Ooh. Cool. All right, so
I'm
So
keeping my
fucking cool,
squire alive. Here.
all right, give me just a second. All right.
Here at the end of all things.
Okay, that's gonna be. Oops, sorry.
Me and my cat. Ready to fight.
All right. What's everybody got then? Saga, what you got?
14.
14. Nice. Marvelous.
4.
Okay.
To be fair, you were like trying to do this. Yeah, and you're back.
Sergey,
A 13.
a 13.
Yes.
All right. One sec. So Sergey, 13. And then. Oops. Thoric, what's yours?
Thoric is wearing his I'm with Sergey t-shirt at 13. I have the lower dex modifier, I think. Mine is +1.
Mine's a 0.
Oh.
I have the higher dex modifier.
So.
How does it feel to be finally here, Thoric?
It feels really, really great, thank you. Despite Sergey's completely OTP min-maxed.
Yeah.
I have so much charisma. I'm great in charisma. I've got like a +9 in performance.
He can convince you he's got high dex.
Yeah. He convinces you to
All
slow
well,
down.
and I can deceive well, and that is all I have.
Okay. We begin.
Let's do it!
As you are preparing to fire off this shot here, Saga, just ready to pull the trigger, a wave of energy flings you, Thoric, and Marvelous potentially into the air. So, I am going to need from each of you, I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw, please, as you try and...
You get your +3s, remember?
I was going to ask if we were within 10 feet of our boy, which we are.
You're within 30. Yeah.
Yes. That's good.
Constitution.
19.
19 feet. Thoric, Saga?
8.
8. Marvelous?
21.
21. All right. So, Thoric and Marvelous, you manage to resist. However, Saga, you are flung up into the air 20 feet as you smash into the ceiling, taking 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Before you slowly descend once again. And you hear a cackle from the far end of the room, from the hag here. All right, Saga, you're up next. What would you like to do?
Well, I shot at her, so let's see if that hit.
Sure.
Are we? Oh wait, yeah. Don't worry. Come on. Haha. That is 25 to hit.
Oh, nice! As you fire off this crossbow bolt to hit, and you certainly do so as she lets out a shriek.
Yes. Goading attack, please.
Okay, go for it.
Can she do a wisdom saving throw, please?
Certainly can. That's going to be an 18 on the wisdom save.
She saves, don't worry. 11... 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. All right. A mere scratch, as it takes her by surprise, at least. But she just kind of looks at you with a massive grin on her face. Anything else you'd like to do?
She's just going to say, oh, don't worry. That's just the starter. And I'm going to move closer.
Okay.
How far is she?
So she's about 35 feet-ish from your current position, because you're kind of moved into the center of the room.
I'm going to move my full... full 30.
Okay. So getting basically next to the lectern here, as you're moving towards her, yeah?
Yep.
All right. So just slightly out of reach from each other. Okay. Thoric, you're up next.
Lovely. So how far away am I from her?
Also about 35 feet-ish.
Okay, cool. Going in support, just to kind of, as I imagine her eyes are sort of trained on Saga, Thoric bashes his hammer against his shield and levels the Dragon Slayer at her, and he sort of breaks into a run, just shouts, "Bananar!" as I cast Guiding Bolt at the hag.
Oh,
at
nice.
first level.
Okay. So you...
Bless you, my son.
All right, so you fire this off then as you charge towards her.
Lovely. La 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 la. What is that? A +6. 16 to hit.
A 16 to hit, you say, will miss as she just steps aside as it fires off behind her. Anything else you'd like to do?
It like burns a track sort of like into the side of the tree past her, sort of leaving wisps of silver energy as I just keep closing the distance and just sort of fetch up on the other side of her to Saga, if that's possible.
Certainly, yes. So both kind of flanking the lectern here at this point.
Is this the evil book she's reading?
It is the evil book she's reading, yes.
Ooh. Not a fan.
All right. Sergey, you're up next.
Okay. Firstly, I'm going to bardically inspire Saga as they run up, and I'm going to shout, "Go get him!" To give you bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
How far away from the lectern am I?
Also about 35 feet.
Okay.
Well, 30 feet from the lectern, 35 feet away from her.
And the book is on the lectern, right?
It is, yes.
Okay. I'm going to move 5 feet forward. I'm going to raise my hand, and I'm going to cast Mage Hand. To create a spectral hand which laces around the book.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm
Do
going to yank the book away, just with a tug to throw it in my direction so it scatters along the floor, hopefully.
Nicely done. Very, very nicely done. All right, as it does slide across the floor, down towards you. It's about 10 feet away from your position.
Cool. I will use the remainder of my 10 feet to run up to it and put my foot on top of the book to stop it floating or, I don't know, gaining legs and running.
Okay.
As magical books do.
We can't rule these things out.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
of course.
But yeah, the Bardic Inspiration will go to Saga, which I believe is a D8 currently. So,
Ooh, yay.
Okay.
and you can use that on
Damage as well.
damage and armor class as a reaction.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. As you do so, the hag calls out and she cries, "Stop him, girls!" And you see the two girls in the cages literally rip off their faces to reveal almost like hag-like features as well. Kind of like stubbles of beards, long noses, and kind of greenish skin. As one of them is going to fire off a blast of necrotic energy towards you, Sergey. I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Cool. I have a plus
Okay.
one, right?
Yes, you have a +1.
And do I have another plus one because I'm within...
Are you within? If you're within 10 feet of me, you get another +3, so you'd have +4.
I've moved about 15 feet away, so no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, so just +1, extra +1.
A con save, you say?
Constitution save, yes, please.
That's not awful. That's an... Oh, that's actually pretty good. That's an 18.
Nice. Sorry, just doing maths. Okay, so you are going to take damage all the same, because you're going to take half damage here. So you're going to take 17 points of necrotic damage as life force just starts to get
So
sucked from you.
you will take 8, and I will take 8.
Ah, okay.
Okay. As that...
Sharesies.
yes, indeed. Indeed. So that was the first hag. The other one, then, is going to call out to you, Sergey, and then say, "You're never going to win, little one!" And is going to cast Vicious Mockery upon you. So
No!
I am going to
Outrageous!
require a Wisdom saving throw from you, please.
No!
That's his trick.
It almost landed on the
That's his thing!
Is it a wisdom?
A Wisdom save, yes, please.
That's a dirty 20.
Oh,
Yay.
nice. How do you respond, sir?
I know your tricks. Fuck off.
just give her the bird. Give her the bird.
All right. At this point, then, it is now the blue hag's go. She is really not happy at all about the situation with the book.
Shame.
Indeed. And so she is going to... should have seen the book thing coming, really.
If it's not nailed down, we'll have it.
Oh, indeed, indeed. She is going to. Okay.
Surrender.
So obviously, neither of you two are engaged with her at this point because you're still slightly out of reach. So she is just going to extend a finger and unleash a black beam of energy towards Saga. Okay. That is going to be a 15 to hit, which I don't think is going to do it.
Does not hit.
All right. How are you defending against this beam of black energy?
How? Just say.
Yeah, it's just a beam of energy straight towards you.
She is so focused that she's just gonna do that and go
Nice.
past her head.
And you're going to see her smirk turn to a grimace for a brief moment. And then she is going to circle around. She's going to move backwards, and she's going to circle around the kind of back wall almost. So that she's creating distance between you and her, Saga. But she is kind of slightly moving towards Thoric's right. Okay. Marvelous. I believe you are the final person to go here.
Yes. So, seeing Sergey has got a book, I'm going to run over to him and I say, "Good work, Squire, with me." And I am going to cast just get some extra protection on him. I'm going to cast Sanctuary.
Okay.
So now, Wayne, if you would like to target him with a attack or harmful spell, you must first make a Wisdom saving throw or target someone else.
Okay, and that's on Sergey, yeah?
That's on Sergey. It's
Okay.
also not concentration.
Excellent. But I believe that should Sergey attack, I believe that's the Sanctuary drops.
Yes. If he cast a spell that affects an enemy creature.
Okay. All right. So only a spell. It doesn't have to be an attack.
Yes, it's just a spell that affects an enemy creature. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yes. With my action, I am going to lay on hands on myself a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm going to give myself 10 hit points back. Thank you very much.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, I just heal myself up a little bit, and I just get right next to him with my shield.
Very nice. Okay. So, next up, Thoric. You see this dark energy start to swirl around you. I'm going to need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Where's this dark energy coming from?
It just seems to be coming from the shadows of this room. Just swirling
All
around
about.
you.
Brilliant. So that's a 3 minus 1 for a 2.
Thoric, or rather everybody else, you watch as Thoric disappears from in front of you.
We're fucked.
What do I see, Wayne?
We'll come to that when we get to your go.
Bully.
Saga, what would you like to do?
Well, she's enraged by that. And she's gonna stare at this hag and say, "You're not taking another one." And then she's gonna close the distance and try and attack.
Okay. Nice, go for it.
Let's go, Saga.
Yeah.
This is the Bardic inspiration.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. Let's see. No. Okay, that one is a 12, which doesn't it, I'm guessing?
No, it does not. She just glides out of the way and just laughs in your face.
Extra attack.
Go for it.
Right.
Oh, fuck right off. Sorry. Beep me if you have to. That's even less. That's an 8. Action surge.
Not again!
I'm really losing patience. That's a...
Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna use the Bardic Inspiration because that's currently 13.
Okay.
15?
15. She just keeps gliding aside, almost as though she's batting your blade aside, almost with her magical powers, going, "Oh, you'll have to do better than this, dear."
I'm about to, in real life. Please? My hair.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Action surge is so the extra attack of action.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come on! I could have had 4 hits.
Anina, Anina, have you checked the numbers on your dice? have you been rolling a d12?
No, I haven't. Apparently I'm Will Wheaton and I have the dice curse, so yeah.
So what was that number?
Well, I rolled a 5 with a +6, it's 11.
Yes, that I can confirm
Yeah.
that is a miss. Yeah.
That was a nice waste of that action surge. So,
You were just burning through the bad dice. That's what we were doing.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to raid my husband's dice. This is not fun.
Meanwhile,
Windows.
Thoric,
Yep.
you find yourself in a massive spiked cage. This spiked cage is dangling above a pit of lava, and you can see there are caves all around, kind of looking into this pit. Winged beasts, clawed beasts, the stuff of nightmares, all surrounding and giggling at their high-pitched giggles, pointing at you, chanting, banging their feet, just baying for blood as you hang above this pit. Is there anything that you would like to do?
There are many things I'd like to do. I have no idea what the hell this is, so I can't see my enemies or anything.
No. There are plenty of horrific things up in all of the caves, but there are hundreds, if not thousands of them.
Oh, I do not have many resources. Oh, I can't let this persist, though, because this could really ruin my day. Thoric focuses his mind and casts Dispel Magic.
What are you casting it on?
Me? So it says I can choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. So everything I can see.
All right.
Just wave your hands around you.
So talk me through, because I think there's a roll in here somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah. So any 3rd level or lower spell ends,
Okay.
or the DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Give me a
And I have to
moment.
use my ability spell effect.
So anything below 3rd level automatically ends.
Yeah, 3rd or lower go is just instant.
I am going to need a roll from you.
Oh, shit.
So 10 plus the spell's level is the DC, yeah?
Yeah. and it's with my spellcasting ability.
Come on. We need you.
So would it be my spell attack bonus or just plus my modifier?
Yeah.
Modifier.
Your modifier, yeah. Your modifier.
15.
The lair of the hag comes back into view as the rest of you see Thoric return.
So there's just a flash of silver light as he speaks the words, "Clear my sight, show me their true nature," and just goes and gasping, kind of reacting from it and still feeling that panic of just, or having already been in some kind of cage of those corpses, like he was not prepared to do it again, and that forced his hand.
Yeah, poor Thoric.
He's quite literally been to hell and back.
Yeah. You're doing it, mate.
All right.
Don't poor Thoric me.
We're
Fair-
still there.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Fair point. All right. So bonus action or movement still left.
Cool. I would like to close the distance between me and the hag.
Okay.
And if I can flank with Saga, I will do that.
So she's gone round the back wall, so you're not really going to be able to flank, but you are kind of at least teaming with Saga here.
Yes.
Let's
I'm just
corner
sticking
her.
Yeah, I can't do anything with my bonus action. And I just say to the hag, "Nice try."
Okay. Sergey.
I'm going to pick the book up, scamper behind Marvelous, and on my way I'm just going to say, "Oh, you got this, buddy," and I'll knock my fist on him and cast Heroism.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Big loving over here. Well,
Yeah, I know.
you guys are like in the club. We're just like hyping each other up. Like, I got you, man. Eventually, we'll get involved.
The duality of Squire and Lord, it kind of helps you out.
So, talk the uninitiated through heroism, please.
Yes. So, Heroism. You are immune to being frightened.
Yes.
So you cannot be frightened. You're imbued with bravery, and you gain temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting modifier, which is 3, at the start of each of your turns. So you will always have 3 temporary hit points at the start of your turn.
What's your spellcasting modifier?
3.
3, lovely.
Yeah.
3 temporary hit points. Lovely.
Yes, at the start of your turn. Obviously, you can't stack the temporary
That's
hit
fine.
points. So just keep
Each
replacing.
turn is great.
In the spell ends, you lose temporary hit points, and it's a concentration spell as well. So I will absolutely be hiding behind you. And while there, I will take out one of my potions of healing. Funk. Gloop, 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 gloop.
Nice. Do it. So it's 2d4 plus whatever.
Yes. Potions of healing, are they bonus action?
Well, they are technically an action.
Nah.
They are
shall
technically
not
an
do
action.
that then.
So yeah, I don't think you can.
Blah, 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 blah.
Wrong one. Backwash potion.
However, I will shout out to Saga. You may not have had it this time, but you've got it this time. And I'll bardically inspire you again.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay. The 2 caged hags now. There go. They are going to first of all, why have I lost their stat block? Come on, stat block. Where have you gone? There we go. They are one of them. Is going to let me see.
Give up. Please say give up.
Yep.
You're gonna
No,
give
they're not gonna give up. One of them is going to leap out of their cage onto the platform.
Good.
Just behind Marvelous. All right. And then is going to reach out and touch you, Marvelous, with a gnarled hand, which is always lovely. And is going to... where's it gone? There's going to be a kind of really strange feeling come from you. Or cover over you, rather. As the sickly green light kind of comes from the hag's hand. However, whatever she's doing isn't going to work properly, and she just starts shaking her hand as if it's like a broken thing. Why is this not working? Then the other one is going to fire a bolt of energy towards this same black beam from the cage straight towards you again, Saga. But it's going to miss as well. And you see the main hag getting more and more frustrated from all of this. And then she looks, the main hag then looks to you, Thoric and Saga, and she says, I think it's you that are going to have to try better next time, as she vanishes from sight.
Okay.
Saga lets out a frustrated scream.
All right.
Oh, come back, you coward!
Marvelous.
Do we get the sense that she's gone invisible?
Why don't you give me an Arcana check?
Or rather than Arcana,
Yes.
if you still force an Arcana, that it's your party.
Yeah.
Thoric's idea would be that he's seen Sergei and other people go invisible, and he knows that they can still be heard. So if she's going invisible and then trying to move away from us,
Okay, you want to see if you can hear her.
Yeah, and I'd like to swing for her if I do hear something as a reaction, if that's possible.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that works. So yeah, give me a perception check then in that case.
That's nice. Perception is 15.
You cannot hear anything to suggest her presence. Marvellous. You're engaged with one of the green hags.
Lovely. Can I check on the bit of the platform we are? How far are we away from the green?
The cage?
The channel. The channels at the side.
So the whole platform that you're on is about 20 foot across. So assuming if you were in the centre, you'd be about 10 feet away.
Lovely.
From the edge. So
I would like to attack the one that's leapt out the cage that's engaged with us.
Sure.
I shall be striking out with light bringer.
Okay.
So that is going to be a 25 to hit.
Oh, which will certainly do as you strike Nightbringer against her. She lets out a screech.
And then it'll just be the D6. So it's a 6 damage to her.
Okay.
I will just carry on wailing with the same weapon. My second attack, that is going to be a 16 to hit.
A 16 will miss as she just dodges the swing.
Oh no! I would, however, then like to use my shield master to push not her prone, her back.
Okay. All right. And how far back can you push her?
5 feet.
5 feet. Okay. All right. So an athletics check.
Yes, please. That's a 24 for me.
Oh, all right. She tries to resist. She's surprisingly strong for somebody so decrepit looking. But you do manage to push her back as she just kind of like...
I'm going to shunt her 5 feet towards the edge, so she's 5 feet from the edge.
Okay.
And close the distance.
Nice.
With my movement.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. Anything
And that
else?
is my turn. That is my turn.
Okie doke. Next up, the top of round 3 here. So, to begin, Saga,
Yes.
Thoric, and Marvelous. I am going to need another saving throw from you as you are potentially launched in the air. It's going to be a charisma. Sorry, not a charisma saving throw, a constitution saving throw.
God's sake.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Are we in Marvelous's range or no?
I don't think you are. I think it's just
No,
me
I
and
won't be.
Sergey are. We need to close the disc, but
They're marvelous. Looking after each other. Team at the back.
10.
just glowing from everywhere.
10 for Thoric, Saga.
Constitution saving throw
please.
16.
Okay, this time Thoric, you are hurled into the air, bashed into the ceiling as you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Saga.
I canonically don't like heights.
Saga, you cannot see any sign of the lead hag. She's disappeared from view. Marvelous is engaged with one green hag. There's another in a cage. What would you like to do?
So I was looking at my notes. Recently, we got a scroll for hold person. Please tell me one of those spellcasters has it. Or do I have it?
I have it.
You have it.
There is. Actually, yeah. I mean, I've started speaking now, so I will. Hold person works only on humanoids.
Damn it. I was just looking
Are
at
they
my
not
notes in
humanoids?
desperation. Okay.
A humanoid classification, not what they look like.
Yeah, okay. How far are the other two hags from me?
So the other two hags are going to be about 35 feet away from you.
35 feet.
And certainly the one on the platform is. The one in the cage is probably a bit further. What would you like to
How
do?
far is the one in the cage?
The one in the
Can I-
cage is going to be 45 feet.
I can get that. I'm gonna shoot at her.
Sure, go for it.
Come on. I have a fresh bag of dice.
It looks like you've run to the shop to buy some more.
Thankfully, we have a lot in the house, but apparently that might not help. Okay. Dirty 20.
Oh,
Dirty
gonna hit.
20.
As you fire off at the hag in the cage, striking true, she lets out a shriek.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you, little purple dice. Thank you. Okay. Rolling for damage. Which is 1d8. Seven points of damage.
7 points of damage. Nice. A cry comes from the cage as she glares at you from across the room. Anything else you'd like to do?
I don't think I get an extra attack with crossbow.
Would depend on the type of crossbow, but probably not.
It's like crossbow.
Well, like crossbow, you might. Don't know if
I
that
believe
one's
it's
got the loading
bonus
property.
action to reload it, so
I think
on one turn you'd be able to shoot twice.
So I do.
But then the next turn you'd have to use your bonus action first to reload it and then shoot it again,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't get 2 shots the next turn, if that makes sense.
Yes. I'm gonna leave it then.
So, weapon, light crossbow.
Because I know there was confusion
Yeah,
with
it does
the
have the loading
crossbow.
property.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I'm gonna leave it at that. But I'm gonna look at Thoric and say, "Where's she?"
He's like getting himself back up with him. I don't know. Oh.
If it's allowed, I'm gonna try and extend a hand to pick him up.
Yes, that's
He like wrings his neck and just
Yeah.
you hear this almighty crunch like a bag of gravel, just like.
oh. Anything else, Saga?
That's it.
All right, Thoric, you're up. No sign of the lead hag. Marvelous is engaged with one, and there's another one in a cage.
Yeah, I can't see this big hag, so I just I position myself to get eyes on as much of the room with Saga as I can. It's like, we gotta take her down when we find her. But for now, he leaves the haft of the hammer just like head down and reaches for inside his kind of as part of his armor, there's kind of robes that sort of make up it, and reaches into his cloak and pulls out the wand of magic missiles.
Oh, yeah.
And I expend all 7 charges at this hag in the cage and just say, dodge this. And just literally just 7 magic missiles like combing seekers just sort of spin around her in the cage and all impact at the same time.
So 7 charges. So the first charge is going to do you 3 bolts, I believe. So it's going to be 10 bolts. Let's say 10. I might be off on my maths. It might be 9, but let's go with 10. So D4 plus 1, and then we're going to multiply that by 10.
Awesome. I'm just going to roll it once and multiply it. Do you not want me to roll?
No. So
separately
you're
for each bolt?
you're technically only supposed to roll 1, and then that applies to all darts.
I mean,
According to Jeremy Crawford, anyway.
I'll take it to 4. So.
Oh, so 50 points of damage.
Yep.
Let's.
She's in critical condition.
Oh, I'm going to roll a d20 to see if the wand is destroyed.
Yes.
The wand is not destroyed, but it is like
empty.
Smoking, and just all the kind of glow has gone out of it,
Yeah.
and stows it back away.
Yeah. So, do you want to describe how these magic missiles get her into critical condition?
Literally, as she's hoisted by her own petard, as it were, as she's just put herself in perfect visibility in a cage, and all of the magic missiles are just swirling and just kind of rip through her with kind of like magical energy, all these kind of bright blue flashes of energy as each one hits and kind of fractals off, almost like sort of blue crystals sort of burning into her.
Nice. Well done, sir. Well played. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'd like to use a 2nd level spell slot to cast Magic Weapon again.
Which is a bonus action, right?
Which is a bonus action. Using Magic Missile is an action to... Well, I don't know.
Activate
So-
an item, is it?
Well, it's
using an item.
It's not so much that, it's the leveled spell. I don't think you can. I think you're limited to bonus action cantrips, even if it's come from a magic item, I believe.
Yeah, casting a spell using a wand is casting a spell. Manipulating it is using an item.
Yeah.
Fair play. In which case, I will not do that. I will, having used the wand, stow it away. I'll twist my hand and cast Sacred Flame on her.
Oh, nice! Just to try and finish her off. Okay.
Oh no, sorry, no, I can't. That's an action. Sorry.
Oh yes,
Sorry,
that is an
no,
action. Sorry,
no.
you're right. You're right. I should have picked up.
In terms of bonus
actions only,
then I glare at her. I go back. I go back to back with Saga and just kind of like scanning the room for anything. Like I'm just willing this creature. I'm just like, come on.
The camera
we get eyes.
spins around us
Yeah.
cinematically.
As soon as we get eyes, we'll
Square
take
for
her down.
everyone.
Yeah.
Get that war pick ready. That's going straight
Yes.
through her heart.
Oh yeah.
If she has one.
Nice. Okay. Next up then is going to be Sergey.
Cool. I will. So this Marvelous has got one right up against the sort of
she's
magical.
Right up against it.
Okay. I won't be able to flank, but I will just come in and do a little jab with my rapier. Now, am I right in thinking rapier doesn't get rid of sanctuary?
I believe so. From what
It does.
it does.
If you attack or cast a harmful spell, you will
Yeah,
lose.
that's what I originally
I see.
thought. I misheard.
Never
you earlier.
mind. I will
Sorry.
not do that then. I will.
Yeah, if you want to keep your sanctuary up, you are going to be a little bit limited as to what you can do.
Yeah,
you'll
cool.
either you'll be. I mean, take it if you need it. Like you've still got other layers of protection, but
I will
you
drink my potion of healing.
Nice, very good.
The regurgitated potion.
The potion of
Got bubbles
backwashed
in it.
healing.
Yeah, and then I will. No, I'll stay next to Marvelous, but I'll kind of then position myself behind Marvelous, so I'm still
Okay.
covered.
Why is it regurgitated? Have I missed something?
Yeah, he went to drink it, realised that it was an action, not a bonus action, so
And went
kind of back in the vial. So, what was the healing on the potion of healing?
It is. A 9.
Nice. Okay.
Wait, am I right in doing that? Yeah, 5 + 4. Yeah, 9.
Nice.
Some extra spit magic.
All right. Okay. Anything else from you, Sergey?
That is everything for now. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, next up then are the 2 hags. The green hags that you can see. There's the one in the cage, and then there's the one engaged with Marvelous and now Sergey as well. So, the one engaged with Marvelous is going to try and reach out and touch you again this time. Perhaps hoping for a little bit more success for herself here. Now that is going to be a... that's going to be a 16 against your armor class, which I suspect might not do the trick. Marvelous.
I'm afraid the only thing she should be the only thing she will be touching is cloth.
Right. Okay.
She's gonna because she should be pooping herself.
As it were.
And she does look slightly terrified at this prospect of whatever it is she's trying to do to you still not working. And then she calls out to the one in the cage. And she first looks to her and then goes, oh, as she realizes just how not in a good way she is.
She's just been shot with an Uzi.
And then she is going to point to Marvelous and go, get him again! And I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from you, please, Marvelous.
Okay. That will be a 19.
Oh, nice. Okay. So
13 on the die, but I've got a +6.
So you're going to take half damage from this as a sickly green light seems to connect you and her. So you're going to take. Hang on. Ooh. 15. 23. 30. 34. 7 and again 17, exactly as last time. 17 points of necrotic damage.
Is that half between me and you then, Mark?
No. You. It's one way. You don't take damage from the one that I take.
Let's go.
Like that would be foolish. That would not help you at all. Yeah. So 17, you say. Lovely. So,
Yes.
Damage. Lovely. That temporary hit points takes a little bit off that, so that's nice.
Okay. All right. Next up, then, Sergey. Seemingly out of nowhere,
Oh no.
the blue-skinned hag appears, stood right over you.
Yes.
And she says, hello, little one. And she kind of holds out her hand, expectant to receive the book that you have stolen.
Sorry, I don't do autographs.
That is her go. Marvelous. What would you like to do?
Having just taken the damage from behind, seeing the green hag look up behind me, I go up on me. I'm going to attack her again with Lightbringer.
Nice.
That is only going to be a 12.
That is going to be a miss, I'm afraid, as she deftly dodges
Let's
your
see
attack.
if we can do better with the second. Yeah, that's going to be 19.
A 19 will hit as you strike
Lovely.
with Nightbringer, as another yelp leaves her lips.
For 8 damage to her.
Okay.
And then I would like an athletics contest, please.
Oh, yes, because you're going to try and shove her.
Yeah. And that is going to be a 25.
Oh! Successful shove.
And
sir.
I'm going to try and shove her off the edge of the platform into the green.
Okay. And she lets out an almighty shriek. She's going to take, 7 points of that. And... Ooh.
That's an end.
11, 19... So a total of, because there's a flash of green energy, a total of 23 points of damage, which is going to be enough to bloody her.
Oh,
Nice.
As you can see, as you kind of look down to see your fine work, you see that this green light is just kind of like sucking energy out of her, and she's kind of like shriveling up. She's suddenly starting to look quite gaunt.
Nice. Seeing that, I turn to look to Sergei for sort of approval. What's just happened? But then I see this blue hag there. I'm like, ah! And I quickly sidle up next to him, and that endeth my go.
Nice. Okay. Next up, then, we are at the top of round 4. Marvelous. Green energy leaps out of the channel to strike at you. I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Good, we can do that. Ooh, maybe not. That's gonna be a 12.
Ooh,
Do you
okay.
get +1 from Warding Bond? Does that count for you as well?
No. Again, it's a very selfless spell.
So
Okay.
noble.
You're going to take 16 points of necrotic damage as you are drained
but
of
you-
life force.
Fortunately, you do reduce it by 3.
Yes, because you're temporary hit points.
Yeah, I got those back on my turn. Lovely. Cool. Okay, we're good.
Okay, Saga. The hag has returned. However, she's quite far away from you at the moment. She is about 50 feet away.
Someone get her in a headlock.
Yeah, someone grapple her.
Don't worry.
Muscles here's on it.
Not you, Sergei. Just hold on to the book. Okay. Not what I not what I wanted to do, but I will move 30 feet
Okay.
towards her,
Yeah.
obviously avoiding any beams of green
Yeah.
stuff, and shoot my crossbow at her.
Okay. Go for it.
Dirty 20.
A will hit. As you fire off the crossbow, it flies over Sergei's shoulder to strike.
Yes. Thank you, new bag of dice. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Nice. Okay. As she lets out a snarl, and she looks to you, Sarg, and she says, "I'll deal with you in a moment." Anything else you'd like to do?
She's just gonna say, "Come and get me."
Okay.
That's it.
Thoric. She's also about 50 feet away from you at this present time. What would you like to do?
I run 30 feet up to be next to Saga.
Yep.
I'm going to say, don't worry, she's not going to get away this time. And I will use a bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon this time.
Nice.
Next to her. This time it's the old faithful Warhammer of his mother, Soka Silverhorn. The single-handed silver Warhammer just kind of materializes and thwacks the blue hag from behind for a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 to hit will certainly do so, as another cry comes out from her as she's struck from behind.
Lovely, and that will be 9 points of force damage as it
9
hits her.
points of force damage. All right. This one seems to aggravate her a little bit more than the attacks from Saga that have hit. And she kind of turns to you, Thoric, with a hiss. As you can see, actually, she has a bit of a forked tongue behind those teeth.
Keep your forked tongue behind your teeth.
Nice. Anything else?
I do not pass through dragons and realms to bandy words with a witless hag. I would like to use my action to cast a cantrip. I believe that's allowed.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I would like to, still looking at her, just raise my hand and twist towards the hag in the cage as I cast Sacred Flame at her.
All right, so a dexterity saving throw from the green hag in the cage.
DC 14.
Oh, 15.
Ah, yeah.
As she lets out a yelp and just manages to just leap aside from your radiant light. Anything else you'd like to do?
Just kind of like as the cage is slightly swinging from her moving hand.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, keep moving. I'll get you.
All right, Sergey.
Question.
Yes.
Is the hag in front of me a size taller than mine? Or a size larger than me? AK, is she not small?
She is medium-sized.
Okay, cool. I believe... Am I small size, technically?
I believe so,
small,
yes.
Yes, yeah, stupid question from the halfling. Cool. After her offering her hand, then, I will... And after, as soon as I say, sorry, I don't take autographs, I will knee slide underneath her legs because of halfling nimbleness.
Yes.
So move through the space of any creature size larger than yours. So I'm on the
Yes.
other side of Marvelous. So we're flanking her now.
Okay.
You are. Yes, you are.
And then I will say, just for the record, that hag sucks, and I will cast vicious mockery on the hag that in the cage that cast it on me that's been hit by magic missile.
All right, so it's a wisdom save.
Yes, please. Oh, please.
What's your DC? Because I think I might
14.
have passed. Yeah, 18.
Oh. Well, the sanctuary's gone.
Yes, indeed. All right.
Cool. That will. Do you know what? I'll bardically inspire Marvelous behind her, in front of me, and I'll go, Marvelous, kill it.
Alright.
So I think Saga and Marvelous both have the one currently going. So that's my turn.
Okay. The green hag in the cage that is swinging about. She says, "I'll get you next time, dwarf." And then with a whoosh and a wave of her hand, she just disappears from view.
Ah.
Meanwhile, down in the pit, Ooh. Okay. She's gonna claw her way back up, using all of her movement to get back to the top.
No.
And she's gonna stand before you, looking very weak, indeed, very gaunt. Certainly since last time you saw her. And then she is going to. She's going to fire a black beam of energy at you. Marvelous. Ooh.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 19 against your arm.
Yeah, meets his beats.
Okay.
Is it a ranged spell?
That
said?
was with that was the
yeah.
disadvantage.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
I'm afraid.
Ooh.
The other one was
You
20
can technically use the Bardic
5.
Inspiration to stop that if you want.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
I think I will. You know. So I need to roll a 1, do I? Okay. That's an 8.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much. God, we are looking after each other, aren't we?
Yes.
And you see her in a kind of weak state, just kind of spit to the ground as she kind of bares her teeth at you.
You can.
Push her again.
You can't beat the power of friendship, Wayne.
So, next up is going to be the big hag.
Oh, rip.
Hagatha Christie.
Hag.
Spaghetti bolognese. Hag bowl.
Hangis Khan.
Haganita from Habba.
Yeah.
She is going to reach out and try and grab the book from you.
Yep.
Okay. Except she doesn't seem to be particularly forceful. She's just going to grab the book. She's not trying to like yank it from you from your possession. And then she's just going to start uttering some dark words from a language that you do not recognize. You can see that even speaking these words seem to be painful to her. However, Marvelous and Sergei, you are each going to take 11 points of psychic damage as you hear these words echoing around you.
You're going to take. So, how did you say? 8, you say?
11.
11.
So you're going to take half of that, James. So 5.
Yeah.
So 5, and then that's halved. I take that as well. So I take 5 of yours as well as 11 of mine. So I take 16.
How's Marvelous looking?
He's looking. He is bloodied now, very much so. He's I'll put it this way. If you took my maximum hit points and swapped the numbers around, that's where we'd be at.
Marvelous.
Oh, lovely! I get 3 temporary hit points back. I feel better.
Yeah.
Just by being in his presence. Cool. I am going to. So I've got the green hag next to me, and I've got the blue hag in front of me. I am going to attack the blue hag twice.
Okay.
So I'm flanking. I'm flanking,
You are?
so I have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. So that's going to be a 26 to hit.
Oh, which it will
Advantage.
certainly do as you strike with Lightbringer, a flash of light cascading across the walls here.
Absolutely. Let me just check. Yeah. Let's go with that, and we're going to smite.
Yes.
I'm going to use a level 2 spell slot to smite to do 3. I believe that's 3d6, isn't it? extra damage. So let's get those together. So that's going to be a total of so that's 10, 18, 22. That is 27 damage altogether with hit number 1.
Okay, 27 points of damage. Very nice. All right, so could you break the damage down for me?
Yes, absolutely. So three, nice and easy. 3 points of it is bludgeoning, magical bludgeoning.
Okay.
5 of it is my strength modifier, which just adds to the damage, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
And the rest of it is radiant.
So how much radiant? Sorry.
From 27, 19 of it is radiant.
19. Okay. Nice. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay.
I shall attack again.
Do so.
With advantage, and that's good that that's advantage. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Nice. We'll do so.
And this one is no smite. This one is 7 points of magical bludgeoning.
Okay, lovely. Thank you.
And then with my bonus, seeing the green hag still next to me has just got up and he's looking ill, I'm going to be like, get back you! And I'm just going to try and shove her back into the pit again.
Oh, jeez. Okay, better this time.
For me, that is a 22.
Ah, still not enough though. I got a 20. And she goes straight back down.
She's just got back up here.
So she's going to take 9 points of falling damage. And then she's going to take 15 points of necrotic damage. So that's a total of 24 points of damage, if my maths is correct. So not enough to finish her, unfortunately. But she is in critical condition, and you just hear.
I broke my leg.
I broke my other leg.
The wound may be gangrenous.
It's definitely gangrenous down there.
All right, good move, Marvelous. All right, next up then, top of round 5 here. So to start with, I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from Marvelous and Sergey and Saga, please.
21.
Nice.
Ooh. 17.
Nice.
8.
Sergey, you are flung up into the air as you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you smash into the ceiling and land in front of the hag, who is still expecting this book.
How many points was that?
6 points of bludgeoning damage.
So you take half of that, so 3, and I take 3 as well, which is not good for me right now. There goes my temporary hit points.
Gone.
All right, Saga.
How far is the hag from me?
She is about 20 feet from you.
Yes.
Get in there.
Okay. Saga's gonna run to her.
Okay.
Johann's war pick is strapped to her thigh. She's gonna take it off her thigh and go in for a... If someone who had, like, whose fighting style was brute force attempting to do, like, a Johann rogue stab, that. So it's far more... The thrust is a lot heavier. But
Nice.
hopefully it'll hit. Right. Oh, don't fail me now. No. Okay, that's 9. I do have inspiration, so I'm gonna try and inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, please.
Does Saga have advantage because Marvelous and
She's flanked.
are flanking?
She is flanked.
Yep. Don't take the
Ha-ha.
inspiration. Just go for pure advantage.
Okay, that's 12, and I'm gonna use the inspiration still.
All right, sure. I mean,
16.
technically you couldn't, but sure, why not?
Okay. I mean, I can
So
up to you.
16. 16 to hit.
hit.
Do you know what? Keep your inspiration. That's a miss.
Okay.
All right.
Extra attack
Yep.
with the same weapon. So first one misses, goes in again to sort of
With the war pick.
with the war pick, stab with the backhand. Dirty 20.
Oh, nice. That's going to hit. Could you give me, please, a religion check?
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow, that's concerning.
That's a +1. 6?
Okay, thank you.
Fuck all.
Wait, that's the way that they brought up.
As you were, keep
Does it
going.
mean
I mean, Jesus could have walked by and she wouldn't have noticed.
What's that choral song?
Yeah, that
So, what's your damage?
is it. What is the modifier on a war pick? Because I looked up and there's like loads of different ones. Is it +2, +3?
Strength, I think.
So, I think it might be because it's two-handed, maybe. Possibly. War pick? No, it's just a D8 plus your strength modifier.
Okay.
And if you're proficient in martial, actually, no, I think it's just your strength, isn't it? So yeah, D8 plus strength.
Seven plus 6, 13.
30.
Oh, nice. Okay, how are you bloodying her?
Yes.
Can I wanna get it right in between the ribs.
Oh,
Because it was backhand.
oh, ouch! And she lets out a shriek. She is pissed. Anything else you'd like to do?
She's just gonna look at her and go, recognize this.
And you
gonna
actually
guess.
see a for the first time a look of fear in her eyes.
That's it.
All right, Thoric.
right? I'm going to also close the distance and seeing this war pick sticking into her ribs, I'm going to hit it with my hammer.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm not. That's a 9.
Yes, unfortunately, you slightly misjudge the distance and don't connect. Anything else?
That's fine. Spiritual weapon. Oh no, she's flanked, so I get advantage.
Yeah.
True.
That'll hit. That's a 23.
Oh,
24.
that'll certainly do it. Yes. All right. A strike.
Thoric
with
has
your
this kind
hammer.
of like blip where he thinks he's moving. Oh no, it's fine. What a terrible dream. Oh, the full 8. Yes, please. So that'll be 12 points of magical bludgeoning as I just the dragon slayer rings off the back of the war pick as it just drives it deeper into her ribs.
Okay. So how much damage? Sorry.
12,
12 points of damage.
unless she's a dragon.
No, she's not a dragon. Can confirm. You already know she's a fiend, so.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
Yes, I would then like my spiritual weapon to do exactly the same thing
Oh, nice.
for a 24 to hit again.
Which
So
will
it's
certainly
lower
do so.
modifier.
Yes.
That'll be and one less, but that is Where's my spiritual weapon? I think it's +3. I always forget this for some reason. I shouldn't. That is 10 points of force damage.
10 points of force damage. Okay. Nice. How are you getting her into critical condition?
Oh, just so like Saga comes in and digs the war pick into her ribs. First of all, Thoric kind of comes and rings off the back of it like dwarven miners of old trying to split a seam of mithril. And then the second hammer comes onto the back and just rings with this magical energy, just driving the war pick further into her flesh.
Oh, nice. Okay. Next up then, Sergey.
Do it, Squire.
Finish her.
What would you like to do?
I don't think I'm going to be able to get the killing blow here. I have to roll high. So, Sergey is seeing how injured Marvelous is going to sort of feet first, almost like 2-foot slide tackle his way under the legs of the blue hag.
Okay.
Grab her ankle to swing him round. While he passes Marvelous, I'm going to tap Marvelous, use my last spell to third level cure wounds you.
Oh.
Swing all the way back to my position, and then I will regain myself with the book in hands and go, I'm taking the head from your shoulders. Stab Stephen into a page and throw it and Stephen over the edge behind me and into the pit. That was a lot there. So if I can do all that, great. If not, tell me what I can't do in that.
I think probably the book bit, if you're cure wounding.
Yep.
Probably the... Although you have a bonus action with the dagger, don't you?
I do.
Although you have to have attacked, right, to do 2-weapon fighting, as I understand.
Yeah.
Not necessarily attacking the book. If I can't attack it, I'll just throw it off the edge.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll probably give you that. All right, cool. So how much on the cure wounds?
Let me roll for you. So that is not a great start. Not a bad second. Not fantastic. 13 overall.
That's good.
All
Thank
right.
you. Thank you.
The green hag. Oh no, she's in the pit. Never mind.
She's in the pit.
But yeah, me sliding round was trying to flavour me going towards and then back.
Sure. Yeah, got you. Don't worry.
And then back in my position, I'll...
The book just hits the green hag in the head and kills her.
But I'm on the side that doesn't have the green hag behind me. Because that's on Marvelous' side.
Yeah. Oh, he means the one in the cage disappeared. The one that's fallen in the pit.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about the one in the cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, she disappeared.
Yeah. Well, I've thrown it behind me, the book, anyway.
Oh yeah.
So-
Oh right, it's the other way. Yeah.
Yeah.
The green hag that was in the pit climbed back up, looking very, very weak indeed, using all of her movement to get back up.
It's like the stairs fiasco.
Yeah, it's like Sildar.
It is like the stairs.
Go in here. This feels like
So, just a little bit limited to what you can do here at this point.
Good.
She's going to reach out to you, Marvelous.
Try again.
Yeah, try again. Although, with a 23 to hit.
Yeah. She's finally touched me.
All right. So you are going to take. I mean, it's for all of the waiting around for that, it wasn't quite worth it. 13 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah. You've just undone the healing. No, that's important. That's an important.
You certainly. You feel a jolt of pain, basically, as seemingly life force is being taken from you. Also, which is just raw pain at this point. You actually see old wounds starting to open back up again.
Oh no.
That's going to be her go. Then it is the big woman.
It's the big woman.
Big woman.
So Saga said, cool, I'll go.
She's going to grab hold of that book once again. Again, not looking to take it from you, but just touching it at this point.
Wait, did I get the chance to throw it behind me?
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
threw
sorry,
it.
I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
you had the book. Sorry.
It's gone.
Yes, thank you. No, that's good. That's good.
Just
all right.
climb down into that nasty green stuff and just go and get it. That's
Yes.
fine.
Okay.
Uses the force to
Slight
lift it.
change attack. Slight change attack. Okay. She is going to focusing very much on the far end of the room. She is going to cast a spell and summon forth this huge sphere of black and green crackling energy, so that it catches Marvelous and Thoric and the green hag that's just climbed up. Okay? I'm going to need all three to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Good. +3 because of your range.
Yeah, +3 next to me.
Excellent.
So it's a 25 for me.
21 for Thoric.
Ooh, okay. So all passes except for the green hag. Lol.
Yay!
Susan's not having a good day at the office, is she?
No, it's been a bad day for her. So bear with me. Oh man,
Every time.
that's disappointing. So you're each going to take 11 points of necrotic damage.
So the hag's taking 22.
Yes, indeed.
Well, in that case,
The hag. Oh, go on.
as you cast that, as she casts that and it hits the hag,
Yeah.
I look over my. Oh, how far away is she? The blue hag?
The blue hag from you, she's about 10 feet away.
Cool. I look at her and I say, "On your own kin." Absolutely not.
Yes,
Please
do it.
take a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Do it.
Wisdom
if this is
saving
it.
throw.
It's so good.
How's a 15?
A 15. What is my DC? It beats. Let me just see. Does it do anything? It takes half damage. You're taking 11 radiant damage.
11 radiant damage. Which is going to be enough to get her into critical condition. So would you like to describe how you're doing that?
Yeah. So as this black energy affects, it kind of like sort of golden veins come off the hag that the green hag that's taken the damage, and they sort of like lightning strike back at her and dance across her body as she takes 11 points.
Nice. Which certainly seems to shock her, to say the least.
I cough up. I'm not in a good state.
The green hag behind you just shrivels and turns to dust before you. Alright? Which means only the blue hag remains.
Where did the other hag go? That's what's concerning me.
She buggered off.
Ah.
She was magic missiled almost to oblivion.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I'm out. I am out.
Oh, she fled. Brilliant.
Alright. Next up then, Marvelous.
Okay, I get my temporary hit points back. My clutch temporary hit points. I'm going in on the blue hag. So we're flanking. Oh, which is good because that was a 1. That's a 27 to hit then.
Oh, that will certainly do so as you swing Lightbringer at her, striking true. Another flash.
I've got I've got one. I've got two, haven't I? I've got. Okay, so roll low. No, we'll do normal. We'll do normal. Okay, that is going to be a 7 damage.
Okay.
With Lightbringer, that's radiant bludgeoning.
Okay. All right. Not enough to finish her, I'm afraid.
Okay. As she's down, I look to Saga, nod, and I swing in with with my second attack with advantage. Yes. Which is also 19 on the dice. That's another 27.
Nice.
And that is going to be an 8.
Okay. What?
Radiant bludgeoning damage.
Okay. What's the breakdown?
All radiant.
All radiant.
Bludgeoning. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Still not enough to finish her. She is very wobbly, however.
I am going to then try and knock her prone onto the ground.
Okay, so
So
contested
a-
athletics.
Wow.
Contested athletics. Oh, okay.
I've got a dirty 20 for you.
You've got a dirty 20. I've got a dirty 19, which makes it a 26.
Oh, tease.
You drop
absolute
her
tease.
to the ground now.
Yes.
She's now prone, so attacks against her from within 5 feet have advantage.
I am incredibly wobbly, like just coughing up blood, and I just look at Sarah and just go, "Just someone finish it."
Oh, you've really taken a beating on this.
Someone do something. And that's me done
All
in
right.
so many ways.
Marvelous. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. As green energy comes out from the pits to strike at you.
That is a 17.
Oh, okay, a 17. Hang on. Maths. Come on, Wayne. Okay. Okay. All right. So you are going to take still necrotic damage, but it's going to be halved. So you're going to take 9 points of necrotic damage.
And with that, as I say, somebody finish it, it hits me, and my eyes roll back, and I collapse to the floor.
No.
Oh,
I am down.
I've got him.
Saga. You are up.
in what's the word? The pressure's making my brain go. Shut down. In fairness, my last war pick hit should have been a 10, not a 13 damage. So
Okay.
I looked
Alright.
at my saving modifier rather than my strength
I see.
modifier. So
Okay.
give
Yep,
her
that's fine.
3 more, and because that's my fuck up.
Okay.
And also,
Yeah, fine.
I put my hands up when I fuck up. Okay. So,
She looks at you, Saga, because you are stood right next to her. And she says, I'm the last chance you'll get to free his soul.
if you'll permit me to speak before I smack this bitch.
Of course.
Um,
You're only limited to 6 seconds, so it needs to be short, but yes.
Okay. She's gonna say, "Oh, Johann would want me to," and then go in for another war pick smack
Okay.
with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Please add Johann's sneak attack bonus to your if you hit.
Okay. Okay, you're gonna have to remind me how many. These D6s.
Don't fuck up now.
Okay, that is 24 to hit.
Okay. So the D8 plus the 3D6.
Come on.
Come on, what are they? Come on, little pick, you can do it. 7 points of damage, plus 3 for my modifier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 10.
What about the? Is that with the sneak attack?
That's with the sneak attack, yeah?
That is with the sneak attack. That was bad. Low rolls. 2 1s, a 2, and a 3. So that.
Finish her.
I'm just gonna go for a straight down into her chest,
Nice.
like we're mining for ore.
And there is a shriek and a flash of green light. Her scream just rings through your ears. It's really cutting. As you each take 5 points of psychic damage from the blood-curdling scream.
I'm afraid you take all of that, Sergey, because I'm down.
Yeah, that's
What
fine.
happens to Marvelous with that?
Yeah.
Marvelous, that's gonna... Well, you're unconscious, so you can't really hear it, I guess. So you're spared from that, at least.
So Saga's gonna scream as well when the sound hits her.
Okay. And once that scream is over and the bright flash of green light has dissipated, the only thing left of this hag is the bag that she was patting when you first arrived.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to make this an edit point here, because I just need to talk above table for a moment, because I appreciate that we said we were going to go to half 2. Can people continue?
I can.
I can.
I can.
Yes, please.
Do we want? Do we want to finish this today?
Yeah.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just make that an edit point for myself, and then we will continue. So, what would you like to do?
So Saga's panting, going. And 2 seconds, and she'll grab the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still in initiative or?
No, you're out of initiative now. There are no
Notice
foes.
Marvelous and go. Marvelous! Someone help him!
I place my hands upon him and I use my channel divinity. My eyes burn silver and I just say, "You have done your duty with honor, my brother. Now in the name of Baronage Shoe Silver, rise, rise, rise." And as I immediately give him oh, it's fine. I'll find the amount. It's up to half of it. What's your half?
My half is 31. No, 30 technically.
I think I can do the full 30.
It's certainly more than 1 HP, which is
It's certainly not 1 HP.
That's what I need!
Yep.
Oh.
5 times your cleric level, so yeah, 30. I can instantly do 30, all into Marvelous.
nice. Marvelous. How do you react?
Yeah, I sort of grab hold of Thoric, looking like, is it?
I just say, "It's done.
Oh,
It's done."
Squire. And I look around for.
Yes.
Oh, good. And I make sure I've got a look on all of them. I say, Well, that was something, wasn't it? Oh, and I sort of almost pass out again, just out of.
I'll go and grab Marvelous and I'll say, I did my best, sire.
Saga goes to Marvelous as well and claps him on the shoulder and go, "We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you." And with a half smirk, she goes, "You passed the hazing ceremony."
That's all very good, and as modest as I want to appear, could you repeat all of that to my father?
We'll put it in writing.
Just claps him on the shoulder and sits down.
Just all kind of like embrace everyone, and just kind of the sort of weight of the whole thing, I think, is going to hit us all like a juggernaut, and just kind of bone tired, and just kind of.
Well done, everyone. Now it's time to set Johann free.
Is the book destroyed?
Ah,
I was thinking, do we have any of Johann's fire left? Any oil?
I've got this. She pulls out Alchemist's fire.
I will cast Mage Hand to lift the book out of the necrotic energy over to us, and I'll place it sort of a bit away from us, but kind of centrally in the platform. Not too far away, just in case, a hag reappears and tries to grab it and run away. But, 5 feet from us.
Sure.
So I'm not covering us all in necrotic fog. Johann always said we had to burn stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have that powder of his that's absolutely cinnamon?
I think he used it.
Of course he did.
I could smell it when we killed. I can't remember his name. Raspberry Ripple, I think that's what Johann called him.
Okay. Let's
Ridrel, that's what it was. That asshole.
let's burn the book.
Okay. So you're going to attempt to burn the book here.
Do we need to Thoric I don't know how customs work like this. You might be more knowledgeable. Do we have to douse it with any holy water or anything like that? I know Johann was a firm believer in all that.
I don't know if we can. I don't know if I have any holy water. I have a sacred flame, which is radiant.
Well, we did just
radiant.
kill a hag, and I do need a pee, so it could be.
We will bless the stream of.
I do. I reach. I go. Oh! I reach into my pack. And I pull out some holy water.
Oh,
Yes.
From my priest's pack, and I, please, brother,
I'll do
do the honor. Do the honors.
I'll have it to Thoric.
And using the holy water, he will channel his Beranar and say, "In the name of Beranar, in the name of light and life, I break your hold. Let this tome of evil pass beyond mortal hands for generations to come." And I spritz it and bless the book and try to break its curse. I will also use remove curse while using the holy water to break any residual hold it would have on anyone that might have attuned to it or have any kind of power. All of that will be broken. So at your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is cursed magical item, its curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed or discarded.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you carry out this sort of ritual, if you will, pour the water onto it, the water seemingly has no effect upon this book, other than to at first make it wet. But you watch as the holy water almost like slides off of the surface of it, and you can hear dark whispers seemingly coming from the book.
In Johann's name, then.
Saga takes out the holds the pouch that she dropped. She dropped this. Is it him? And she gives it towards Thoric. Hands it to Thoric.
Like a sort of baby bird, he kind of takes it so delicately. And can I ascertain that, is this his soul in this bag? And do I get any impression of how we might do we need to kind of try and get out of this realm and take it back to Johann's physical body?
Give me a religion check.
Can I have the assistance of my brother?
Your definitely well-read brother. Yes.
I think Johann had the highest religion check, didn't he?
Yep.
Of course he did.
11.
You don't know. But she certainly was referring to the bag a lot when she obviously referenced Johann. But aside from that, that's all you know.
Cool. I think we need to take it back to Margaret. I think she'll know what to do.
Yes.
Is there any chance Sergei would know what to do?
I mean, you can give me a religion check as well. You are well read as a bard of lore, I believe.
Oh, don't.
But I get the impression either incredibly well read on this particular.
Did you just roll it?
What'd you get?
Sure, the case of it's a nat 20.
Yes!
Yes!
There it is.
I read this book last week.
This whole campaign, Sergei has never done well on these rolls, and at the end,
You stole the book that he wrote in, and you read it one night when you were asleep.
Now that you've seen this hag for yourself, you certainly are able to identify that this hag was indeed a night hag. Night hags who specialize not only in haunting people's dreams, but actually they delight in corrupting souls. And when they do so, they place those souls in their soul bag for the purposes of trading with fiends and other dark doers, shall we say, within the multiverse. That bag, you believe, to be her soul bag, which will need to be destroyed if you were to free Johann's soul, if it is indeed in there.
I'll relay all of this. Weirdly, adept with knowing all of that, almost like rifling it out of the monster manual.
Yeah.
Just go, well, that is the night bag. You know, it's got all this. We got to destroy it to get rid of Johann's soul.
I look over at my squire and I say, You continue to surprise me.
Yes, I seem to continue to surprise myself as well.
How did you know that?
Johann muttered it in his sleep once. There's something along those lines.
Right.
So, what would you all like to do?
How do we destroy the bag?
How do we get home?
Do we get home and then destroy it?
Destroying the bag, you would know, Sergei, is a simple matter of just however you would destroy any bag. It's not magically protected in any respect in that regard.
He's going to soil it to death.
Now, Thoric, you are of the understanding as a cleric that releasing the soul, it is the fact that Johann's soul is trapped in the bag, which is what is preventing him from moving to the afterlife, and therefore also what is preventing his soul from being reunited with his body should any resurrections be attempted and things like that.
Okay.
We destroy the bag. We could burn it with the book.
With fire, then.
What? Does that mean he'll wake up alone?
I don't think it will return him to life, but it will give us a chance. And Berenar promised that she could try. I don't know if he'll choose to return, but it's possible.
Yes. I feel silly. I kept imagining killing her and he'd just appear. Stupid, really.
In a strange sort of way, he will. When you said it yourself, you almost smelt him just then, the cinnamon. You'll be with us, hiding in the shadows, watching through the fire, eating the last few crumbs of Thoric's cake. You'll be there.
She's holding back tears, but she nods. Well, this thing came in handy. She's kind of indicates to the war pig. Let's get out of here. This place creeps me out.
Yes.
Should we release it? Should we release it here or wait till we're home?
I don't think we should. We're far from safety. I don't think we should leave anything to chance.
No.
Now.
No.
Saga, do you want to pour the fire?
No, you should do it. He loves you too. And he's okay. I'm sorry, Marvelous. He really didn't trust you. Yeah.
That's quite all right. I don't trust myself half the time.
He'll take the alchemy fire.
But I trust you now. Marvelous.
Thank you.
I'll get out my lute and start playing like a little calming song.
And Thoric kind of places the bag in front of them as we all kind of stand around. And just as he's about to pour it, he tries to remember the words. And Thoric says, "We'll see you soon, my friend. In ash and ember, we're vigilant, and the hunt goes on." And he pours the fire on the bag.
And the bag ignites. Bits fraying, embers floating up into the darkness of the chamber. And a small, only the size of, I don't know, a cream egg, if you will. A small ball of light just rises up out of the bag. And it hovers for a moment. It circles around you all. Sergei, you think you can pick up a small scent of cinnamon, but you're not sure if that's just your imagination playing tricks upon you. It shines brightly in front of you, Thoric. You get a feeling of gratitude, a feeling of respect. Marvelous. To you, a very fleeting feeling. But again, one very much of thanks. Before finally it hovers before Saga, where it glows brightest. There is a feeling of both bliss and sadness and sorrow, with a kind of a feeling cutting straight through of just pure joy and almost nostalgia, as moments of Johann's life since you knew him flash before your eyes very fleetingly. And just as you manage to grasp hold of those memories, the light fades.
Please come back.
Thoric puts a hand on Saga's shoulder and just sort of gives her a reassuring squeeze and a nod and says, "Let's all go home."
Let's go home.
Home would be good.
Does anyone want any pasties, by the way?
Don't eat those, Sergei.
Don't you touch anything. I will make you the biggest. I will make you the biggest sausage roll you've ever had in your damn life.
They're probably poisoned. Please don't eat.
Speaking of, I'm going to look at the book and go, we could probably cook that with the pasties, right? Put it in the oven and then run away.
I have some more fire.
Yeah,
We need-
just
Could be fitting.
burn it to ash.
Burn it all to ash.
I smashed my vial of alchemist's fire onto the book. See if anything happens.
When the flames dissipate, you see that the book remains unharmed.
Oh.
Ah, great.
If we took this with us, do you have contacts with Johann's order?
I don't, but I have his journal.
We could find them.
I can find them. I should find them.
We cannot leave it here.
I'll take it.
Doing a quick augury ritual, if we have the time.
Yes.
I suppose we do. I would like to ask. I'd like to roll the runes into my shield and ask Bernard, should we take the book and seek out the Brethren Vigilant?
So, augury is wheel,
Wheel and woe, or nothing. A yay, a nay, a yay or nay, or nothing.
Wheel.
That's what we'll do.
I'll carry it.
Okay.
Right.
Where do we attempt to leave this place? The portal closed behind us.
How do we get home?
I was rather hoping you would, one of you would know that.
No, I was hoping you might know it.
Why would I know it?
What if we retrace our steps? Surely, come on.
Is there a portal in here somewhere?
Why doesn't everybody give me a perception check?
Ah!
There's a door marked exit behind.
Oh, natural one!
Could I actually do it with the Wand of Secrets? Use the last charge to see
Yes!
something hidden.
The Wand of Secrets!
And pull it
Sorry,
out.
starts to panic with a natural one. He's like, we're trapped. We're trapped.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
You'd walk into a broom cupboard. I found it.
Oh, I've been trapped twice today. I can't do it
Yeah.
again. No, I need to get home.
I will use the Wand of Secrets, but my perception is a 21 as well.
Well done.
Okay, nice. So your Wand of Secrets, secret doors or traps.
A secret door or trap is within 30 feet. Then it points me to it.
So, at the far end of the room, behind the lectern, you've got the roots. You've got this big skeleton thing, kind of fused with the roots, and in between some of the roots, you can see there are like shelves. And on one of the shelves, the Wand of Secrets seems to be pointing towards a sign, like one that you would see hung above a door of a shop or something.
Is it a fire exit sign?
No, it's not a fire exit sign. It is a sign that you recognise, though. It is the old sign that hung above the Stonehill Inn, that your Wand of Secrets seems to be pointing towards.
Oh, I just realised what that book is. Shit.
What?
that book.
The red brands?
It's from when we went down into the Lost Echo Cave and Johann got that book.
Yeah. Yes, we
Yeah.
we
No,
know
this-
that.
Yeah, the big evil book.
Together, I just thought it was a random book, okay?
Are you? Sorry.
This is why you don't run off, okay?
Is this Sergey or is this James? Because I don't know them. Or is this
I'll let you
both?
believe it's Sergey for now.
You're kidding me. We split the goals. We're going to talk about this when this campaign is done.
That's the book. That's the book.
Yes, Sergey.
This was from. This attack was related to Tavern.
Oh, you have to be joking.
Let's go home, shall we?
Yeah.
The Wand of Secrets is pointing to the sign.
Gods below.
This is why you don't run off, Sergey. You miss important information.
Look, sometimes butterflies are telling me there's treasures. I'll head towards the sign and...
And then?
Oh,
Pull the book.
pull it. Push it, knock it, flip it, bop it. Beg it, please.
All right. So you're going to pick up the sign, Sergey.
Yeah.
What's everybody else doing?
Following.
Hovering over him,
We're just hovering.
waiting.
We'll click our heels together and say there's no place like home.
Okay. So you all approach. Sergey, you pick up the sign. You know that this has some function for you. You're all stood around. What would you like to do with the sign, Sergey?
What does it say on the sign?
The Stonehill Inn.
I would like to link arms with everyone. Hold
Okay.
on. And I will say,
Okay.
please, sign, take us back to the Stonehill Inn in Fandelver.
There is a long pause as you all wait for something to happen. And after a moment, you start to feel a shift, almost as though you are being encircled by magical energy, as the view underneath the roots of the tree fade from view, and you emerge once again in the town of Phandalin.
Saga touches a wall on a building. Okay, feels real.
Thoric drops to his knees and just grabs like 2 fists full of dirt.
Sergey finds a patch of mud and makes a mud angel.
Oh, guess he can't get dirtier.
I scan around. Are there any people around?
There are. Phandalin,
I,
in fact, seems much as you had left it.
Across from the old Stonehill Inn, Thoric's eyes just light upon Margaret's house, and then looks at Saga, Sergey, and Marvelous. And then just stands up and starts walking towards her door.
Saga runs past him to the door and knocks on it
Sergey,
urgently.
following behind, will quickly turn to Marvelous on the way and go, Sire, I was wondering, the position of knight doesn't seem too, seems quite a far stretch from a pirate. I was wondering if maybe after all this there's a promotion in line for little old me.
Well, that would take an oath being taken, and redemption sought for all your wrongdoings. So I'm afraid if you did want to go down that path, you'd be stuck with me for quite some time. There's a lot of wrongs to be righted, if you know what I mean.
As long as I get to see my friends. That doesn't sound half bad.
How about we talk about it over dinner at my lovely big house?
Even bigger for my size.
Yeah. Now, I know Margaret's like a god, but do you think she has a bathtub?
Joining the others, I'll just shrug and go, we'll find out.
So, as you knock on the door, Saga, you can hear grumbles and moans and bloody kids and all that. And then
Margaret!
she opens the door and she goes, "Oh, hello."
Johann!
She
Shrieks it in her face.
Looks behind her like, "Okay, calm down." And she kind of beckons you to follow her into the into the house. Yeah, go on.
She rushes to his side and touches him and checks if he feels or looks different.
Nothing seems to have changed. And Margaret kind of stands behind you and she says, he won't have changed if that's what you're wondering.
His soul is free.
Oh yes, his soul is free, certainly. If you have indeed been, I assume everybody you've been successful.
Yes.
We have.
Right. Perhaps
you
leave
not-
with that one next time.
Well, I thought you'd know. I mean, I cast augury a few times. I thought you'd kind of know where things were.
Yeah, but you were asking me about the book. Not to...
Please! Please!
Margaret, I don't have the power to bring him back. I've preserved him. I know that his soul has to be willing. But please, I beg you, I will swear, oath renewed in your name, I will walk the path, I will forge anew, I will raise temples and bring light and life into this world.
All right.
Please,
Please
I beg of
try.
you.
I can't
Please.
stand grovelling, for goodness sake. Right. So what did you want me to do?
Bring him back to
Oh,
life!
right, yes, sorry. Just kidding. All the time in the world, you know. Right. And,
Sorry. Just.
it's all right. I've got this. She kind of rolls up her sleeves. Then she starts muttering some divine words. And she kind of looks at you all as if to say, don't crowd. She kind of mutters and mumbles, and then Johann wakes with a start. He looks completely spaced. And he looks to you, Saga. Doesn't say a word. And then plants a kiss straight on your lips.
Yeah. Yeah, she wraps her arms around him.
So, Johann's soul now free. Johann revived. Beranar, very pleased with all of you, gives you a pat on the shoulders, Thoric, as she passes by looking quite pleased. How do the four of you spend, or rather the five of you, spend the next day?
Besides a hot bath
Yeah.
and the longest of rests.
I think the next morning afternoon. We meet at. Is there an inn? There's one
There's
inn.
the Sleeping Giant.
The Sleeping Giant. We'll go to the Sleeping Giant Inn, and we'll fill in Johann on everything that happened past that night.
Okay. He doesn't have much memory on his side of things. He just had a consistent feeling of being lost, separated and isolated.
Yeah.
So he's completely unaware of everything that you tell him. And he just continues utterances of thanks, utterances of gratitude, and, if nothing else, pure delight by being reunited with you all. He's concerned very much about the book and impresses upon you all the importance of not reading it, one, and two, making sure that it is taken to his brethren for them to deal with. What do the rest of you do during that day? That next day?
Sergei will spend the morning on a long walk, find a tree to perch somewhere, pull out the lute and the song sheet. And he will say, I will right this wrong by saving life after life, by returning life back. I will right this wrong. And then, throughout the rest of the day, he will have a bath. And he will clean under his pits, behind his ear, bits that have never been cleaned before. He will awake a new man, or a new halfling, rising out the bath. Take one look in the mirror. It's probably now scraggly hairdo that he tried to set up. And he'll take his blade. He's going to take it all off. Starting completely afresh. From his costume bag, he will produce the most royal-looking knight's prop costume he can find. Mend it in the patches with mending, adorn it, place the lute on his back, look into the mirror. Sir, Sergei. I think that has a nice ring to it. And then I will spend the rest of the day with Marvelous or with Thoric or Sarg or whoever's around, just...
Yeah, we're hoping everyone's at least in the inn together.
Yeah, and I will just be providing nice music here and there, regaling tales to the townsfolk. I will go to the bar, I will say, I'm sure I have a tab overdue, and I will hand over 3 gold pieces and 74 copper pieces. And then, yeah, that's Sergei. I'll tap Stephen and spend many an hour looking at the sky that isn't Shadow Realm sky.
Marvelous. How about yourself?
Marvelous will, after a very, very long bath, getting in definitely before Sergei, will venture to the local shops to get some writing paper and some ink, and will write some missives to back home, both to his superior, his order, and to his father, briefly explaining what has happened. And though his natural instinct is to write about the great deeds that he has done and to inflate his heroics, he finds himself instead writing about the heroes that he has met and the lessons they have taught him. And just a long line of apologies for the things that he is repentant of, I suppose. And he asks that arrangements can be made to host these heroes at the family home so that he can describe in greater detail the terrible fate that has been avoided for the world. And he'll send that off with the with one of the what's the name of the company that send lions?
The Lion Shield
Amazon.
Costa.
Yeah, he'll send that with a line on the to be taken on the next Lion Shield Costa wagon back to the city, and await to either hear or to follow a few days afterwards to go and face whatever music he still needs to face, but also to show these new friends the gratitude they deserve.
Thoric, how about you?
So Thoric, looking at the power of Berenar just so effortlessly bringing Johann back, he just can't stop looking at him just in that.
Oh no, I've lost Anina.
Do you want me to pause?
Oh, no, sorry. Hang on, give me 1 second.
Was that me?
It was you. Yes.
I did points.
Please go ahead, Isaac.
So Thoric just can't stop looking at Johann and the fact that he's breathing again. So over the course of the day, Thoric will cleanse himself, and he kind of makes a really big point of taking off his armor and sort of unbraiding his beard and hair, and sets the shield and the hammer down in Margaret's home for safekeeping, and takes a bath and is now in just kind of simple trousers, a white or sort of cream linen shirt, collarless with a wide, broad belt, and just goes out onto a hill and takes a moment in kind of quiet contemplation, just feeling the wind on his face, smelling the breeze from the mountains, and he will send to his mother and just say, "It's done. We brought him back." I'll take the long way, but I'll see you in the course of time. With love, Thoric. So they can answer if they choose.
You get a 5-word response.
Classic.
I'm proud of you, son.
Thoric's slain by that. And on his way back to town, he sees the family who had been taken by the Red Brands. Some jape of the children running through the streets, playing some game and kind of seeing the beauty of just kind of mundane life and thinking that's what it's all for. Notices that there's maybe a couple of scraped knees and elbows. And Thoric just waves a hand and mutters a word, and the scrapes and bruises and grazes kind of disappear as he uses healing word. And just kind of smiles to himself and subtly walks past. And then we'll discuss with Johann over a hearty meal and a good brew of some kind, cooked by himself, not by any less savory hands. He will make sure that he is involved in every process of the and that there is no poison pastries on this meal. But he will discuss with Johann about contacting Anastriana, as sending, as Thoric has met her, is familiar with her name and knows what she looks like. He can send for her as well. And with Johann's input would compose something along the lines of, Johann is alive, we have need to find the Brethren Vigilant. Come to Phandalin.
They're very smart, Thoric, very smart.
I'm not just a pretty face. Everyone laughs when I say that.
You've proven that time and time again. I don't know what your plans are going forward, but I mean, you all are the only family I have, and I'd like to stick together.
Well, I have a birthright to follow at some point, but I've already said I'm taking the long way, and I've got a few more years left in me. Maybe we could find our way to Mirabar together in due course.
I'd like to meet your famous mother.
Be careful what you wish for.
What? You think she wouldn't like me?
Thoric thinks and says, you know what, Saga? I think that's what I'm worried about. I think she'd love you.
You don't want to be outnumbered, I get it. Okay.
You know.
Well, we, I hasten to say, do make a pretty good team. And, I have a few oaths to take, by the sounds of it, a few places to go. A lot of lessons to be learned, but, could never leave my family behind there.
I'm proud of you, Sergei, but just know, if you become a knight, I'm never curtsying to you.
Wait until I become a king.
Oh, marvelous. He's serious.
What have I awoken?
I think I preferred him as a pirate.
So, your plans to seemingly stick together notwithstanding, before we wrap up this glorious campaign,
Roll initiative.
Saga, what does life look like for her in, say, 6 months' time?
her and Johann.
Mm-hmm.
I think them together, they're one of those couples that do have very loud, like, quite public spats. So they're that awful couple who are either over lovey-dovey and all over each other, or everyone knows they're fighting and like doors are slamming. They're that couple, but they are. She no longer has this like 100% icy demeanor. So you actually see her smiling. She's kept her look still with the war paint and the braids, but probably doesn't wear her breastplate every day. But yeah, she's reading up on the Brethren and talking to Johann about what they're like. I think they're going to be sort of at least traveling and exploring for a while before they settle somewhere permanently. And she wants to meet the famous Thoric's mother. And she's very curious about meeting Marvelous's dad. So curious. So yeah, she's willing to see what everyone else wants to do because she's with family. That's all that matters.
Marvelous. What does life look like for him in 6 months' time?
So, Marvelous, having left Neverwinter under a sort of cloud of disgrace, returns to not the warmest response, but with the others alongside him. And after tales have been told at dining tables, and after some convincing, his father accepts that he is on the right path. And indeed, after a few short months of him continuing on, his father pardons the wrong word because it's not that sort of thing, but says he can come home and he can take up being the heir and those responsibilities if he's ready. But Marvelous has a new life now, and he knows that was an unhealthy life that he had before, despite the fact that it is a life that Sergei would very much revel in. He has a responsibility now to be better for Sergei and for himself. And so they would too love to see Mirabar. But the open road lies for them. If Sergei will have him, to redeem the mistakes they've both made in their past, and to make a few more mistakes on the way. Because, we're paladins, we're not angels.
Get that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Well done.
Sergei, what does life look like for him in
I think
6 months' time?
much the same for Sergei's mischief and chaos. Takes a slightly new turn as he begins to learn the ways of how to become a knight. It goes a bit under the wing of Marvelous to learn those ways and, table manners, starting there, which probably took several weeks to get through to Sergei. I think Sergei, while they're all on the road, often would train and learn the ways, but would be heavily influenced by Johann's quips and comments to maybe bend the rules a little bit here and there. And I think, for example, if Sergei and Marvelous were ever sparring, Sergei might throw a bit of sand in Marvelous's eyes or use a dagger here and there. That kind of influence. I think maybe Sergei gets a lead on where this family is, who this song was written for. And maybe if the chance arises, gets to arrive there to return that song sheet to them. Maybe doesn't face them, but maybe leaves it in a package and tells the whole story as it is. Say that song sheet was intended for them and leaves it with that family. But then will return to the road and continue his journey with his family, and maybe, just maybe, pictures himself on a throne somewhere in several decades' time. And that's
And last but certainly not least, Thoric.
Yeah, this kind of meandering journey for all of us, kind of really appreciating the moments around a campfire, looking up at the stars, swapping tales, getting to spend time in Marvelous's house and meeting those dear to him, and maybe getting to cook a few meals in that extravagantly large kitchen. Getting used to people hovering under his elbow asking him what to do next, and him saying, but I'm cooking. And they're like, yes, but tell us what you want us to do. And he's like, but I'm cooking. He has to kind of wrap his head around the whole idea of having like help. And, but sort of gets used to it and sort of watches at the table eating while kind of watching the tennis match of back and forth between Marvelous and his kin. On the road with Sergei and kind of listening to more songs. Would probably be speaking to Saga and kind of increasing her kind of more sort of ritualistic and specific dwarvish and kind of embellishing upon her language skills.
Yeah, she'd like to learn more.
And whether in 6 months' time we actually get to Mirabar, I don't know. But I like to think that as we get closer, there's sort of familiar roads and beautifully hewn roads and steps up through the mountains as the air gets colder and colder but fresher. And he sees the pale blue skies and snowy capped mountains of his homeland and sees the dwarvish wrought towers and structures built in the living stone itself, and hearing the call of silver horns announcing their coming as he looks upon his home city and starts to maybe take up the mantle of diplomacy, still with the hammer ever ready if it should need to be swung again, but with patience and life and light, he looks to a brighter future.
And therein concludes this rather epic campaign of the story of Sergei, Thoric, Saga, Johann, and of course Mr. Marvelous Shalford, as they venture off, perhaps for more adventures in the future, but at least for now, that concludes our story. So, a huge thank you, I think, to everybody that has been watching our glorious show and this campaign from beginning to end, and those that have joined us along the way as well. It has been an absolute joy to share these characters and this story with you all. And of course, to you guys, as in James, Isaac, Anina, Callum, and of course Ollie if you're watching as well. a massive thank you personally from me to you for making this.
And from us to you, Wayne.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What,
Thank
a,
It's been
what a triumph.
an absolute pleasure for all of you. But the story of Bardic Quest itself is not done. We have
Should we do it again?
campaign,
Yeah, let's do it again.
another campaign to come, and perhaps more exciting things in the future. But at least for now, for this campaign and for these heroes in particular, that is a farewell. So thank you.
A happy ending.